Hey, welcome. My name is Kimberly and I've put together a short video of stretches and mobility exercises specifically for your shoulders. A lot of times when it's a heavy week of lifting, whether at CrossFit or elsewhere, the shoulders can really feel it. And when your shoulders get tired, you end up sacrificing good form. So this is a compilation of moves that my classes really love. You can start standing if you prefer, or you can sit down.
The only thing I wouldn't recommend is sitting on the floor, because a lot of times when you're sitting cross-legged, you end up doing this. And we don't want that. And I need a nice tall spine. So let's just center for about 30 seconds. Feel free to close your eyes or at least take your gaze downward. And take a nice big breath into your nose and exhale it out your mouth. Awesome. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in through the nose. And as you exhale, release a little tension. Flex your jaw and your shoulders. Awesome. All right, you can keep your eyes closed or blink them open. We'll take our chin to our chest. And as you do, notice if there's any strain or stress in the back of the neck or the upper shoulders. And then take your gaze upward, feeling that nice stretch in the front of the throat. Good, and then we'll tilt our head to the left, and we'll tilt it to the right. And then let's look to the left, and look to the right. Good, let's do that one more time. Taking the chin to chest, and then up. Tilting to the left, tilting to the right, and then look to the left, and look to the right. Good. We'll come back to center. Let's do some shoulder rolls, but I want to make them really big and exaggerated. Okay, so we'll bring the shoulders forward. Okay? And as you do, feel free to let your head drop, round your back. And then take a breath in and bring the shoulders up by the ears. Leaving them up. Now squeeze the shoulders back behind you. And then leaving them squeezed, pull them down your back. Yeah, good. Let's do it again. So bring the shoulders forward. Feel free to let your head drop. And then inhale, bring the shoulders up by the ears really high. And then squeeze them back behind you and pull them down your back. Bringing it forward. Inhale the shoulders up. Pull the shoulders back behind you. You might even feel it here. And then draw them down your back. One more time. Pull them up by your ears. Squeeze them back and pull them down. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Fingers to the shoulders. Let's take a bit of a backstroke. And feel free to allow the upper part of your body to twist. So warming up the spine a little too. All right. So let's make our way to the ground, and we're going to lay on our stomach. All right. So once you're on the ground, we're going to build some strength in the spine and work on a little mobility of the shoulder. So let's lay down on our stomach. And I want you to take your hands behind your back. Just place them on the small of your back and keep your gaze down at the ground. Now we're going to alternate lifting opposite arms and legs and lift the chest at the same time. So as you inhale, you'll lift the left leg up, and at the same time, sweep the right arm around by your ear and lift the chest. And then as you exhale, we'll lower the arm back down, the chest down, and the leg down at the same time. Then the next inhale, we'll lift the right leg, sweep the left arm around, lift the chest, bring the arm by the ear, and exhale it all back down to where you started. All right, so let's do that a couple times on each side. Here we go. Inhale, lift the left leg and the right arm, and exhale, lower it down. And then inhale the right leg and the left arm, and exhale, lower it down. Good. Again, inhale, left leg, right arm, really lift the chest. And exhale, lower it down. Good. And again, left leg, or left arm and right leg. And lower it back down. And again, lift the right leg and sweep the left arm around. And exhale, lower it back down. Good. Let's do it one last time each side. Inhale the left leg, right arm, really lift and reach, and exhale, lower it down. And inhale, right leg, left arm, reach and up, and exhale, lower it down. Good. Go ahead and bring your arms to wherever's comfortable. Take a couple breaths. All right. And then let's take our hands wide. So if you're on a mat, it'll be even wider than the mat. And I want you to pretend that you've got a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball underneath the palms of your hands. We'll press into the fingers to lift the chest. And then let's do some shoulder dips. I'll mirror you here. So I want you to dip the right shoulder down and take your gaze to the left. Right? There's that first ooh and ah. And then come back to center. And then lower the left shoulder, gaze to the right. Ooh, yeah. And then inhale it back up. Let's do it one more time just because it feels good. Lower that right shoulder down. And bring it back up again. And lower the left shoulder down. Good. And then bring it back up again. Nice. Lower the chest down. Let's tee out the left arm. Take the right hand underneath your shoulder. Now, when you look at those right fingers, I want them to be at eye level, so they're a touch above your shoulder. Okay, now, from here, let's roll onto the left side of our body. That's all we're doing is just rolling onto the side. You should feel a stretch in the front of the shoulder. Now, in this, you can make this as passive or intense as you would like. So we're using the weight of the hip and the leg to determine or to gauge how far over you want to roll. Just breathe. Good, let's come back to center. Isn't that nice? All right, let's do the other side. So we'll tee out the right arm, left hand underneath the shoulder. Again, make sure fingers at eye level. And then roll on to the right side of your body. Again, just gauging whatever intensity you want to use. Right? Some days we just want to kind of take it easy and be a little gentle. And that's okay. We need to do that with our bodies sometimes. Being gentle doesn't mean that we're not tough. We're just listening to what our body wants. Good, let's come back to center. All right, now let's do the same thing, but I want to switch it up. Instead of taking the left arm straight out, I want you to bend at the elbow. So you're goal posting, if you will. Roll on to the left side of your body. Now you're going to immediately notice you can't go quite as far, and that's okay. And you may notice, too, that you're getting a stretch in a little bit of a different area, maybe a little deeper into the pectoral muscle. Just make sure that you're breathing, especially that exhale. Right? A lot of times when we get intense, we're trying so hard, we stop breathing. And when we stop breathing, our body stops. Right? Come back to your stomach. And let's do the other side. And so when our body stops, because we stop breathing, it stops moving because it thinks it's not safe. Awesome. All right, let's come back to center. Ooh, isn't that good? So good. So let's take our hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, straighten the legs, and then I want you to push yourself up into plank. Nice and strong. And then let's take a downward facing dog. So lift the hips up and back. Feel free to bend your knees on this first one. And imagine pressing your hands into the ground, especially your thumb and first finger, and at the same time, reaching the tailbone up and back. Doesn't matter if your heels touch, feet about hips width distance apart, the head just hangs. Good, take a big breath, fill up the ribs. Exhale out the belly. Good, and again, big breath in, and exhale it out. Awesome. All right, on the next inhale, let's shift forward into a plank. Nice and strong. I love my planks. And then drop the knees. And as you exhale, take child's pose. So toes together, hips over the heels, and keep those arms reaching long in front of you. The forehead rests on the ground. And just take a couple breaths here. So we're letting our hips get a little heavier. And maybe as we inhale, we'll reach the fingertips a little farther away. Awesome. All right, now leave the fingertips where they are. I want you to inhale and come up onto all fours. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. And then inhale back to plank. And as you exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Good. Let's go through that 2 more times. So inhale to table, breathe as you move, and exhale down dog, lift the hips up and back. Good. And then inhale to that nice strong plank, and exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Good. One more time through. Inhale as you move to table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Good. All right, let's come back to table. Find a comfortable seat. We're going to stay here for a couple minutes. So if you need to sit on something, feel free to do that, okay? But again, I want the hips lifted up because we need lots of space. All right, so we're going to take in yoga what's called Gomukhasana arms. So we'll reach the arms out, and as you do, I want you to open up the chest. Yeah. All right, then from here, take that left arm, bring it up, and walk the fingertips down the spine. And then take that right hand, bring it down, and walk the fingertips up the spine. Yeah. Let's open up the arms one more time. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the right arm up and walk it down the back. And take the left arm down and walk it up the spine. Okay? So that's our basic motion. So let's come back out again. Open up the chest, take a breath in. Bring the right arm up and the left arm down, but this time don't touch your back. And then open back up again. Take a breath in and exhale the other side. And don't touch your back. Again, inhale, open it up. And exhale, close those fingers. And then inhale, open back up again. And exhale the other side. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, open it up. We're breathing as we move. Exhale as you take your finger to your spine. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right, this time open it up. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let's stay here. And you can go ahead and touch your back. In fact, let's grab something. So whether that's your shirt or if you can reach for fingers. Okay, either way is fine. And then once you've got your grip, let's talk about our shoulder blades. So that right elbow is pointing up, right? So what I want you to think about is that right shoulder blade is going to reach around the front and lift up. And the left shoulder blade is going to reach down and back towards your spine. So the right elbow is up, and therefore the right shoulder blade reaches around the front and lifts up. And the left shoulder blade reaches down and towards the back. And just stay here for about 3 more rounds of breath. Good, and then we'll let that go. All right, last side. Once again, open up the chest, and then let's take the opposite side. So the right elbow is down, and the left elbow is up. Once again, grab something. So if you can grab for fingertips, awesome. If your shirt is better for you, then do that. A lot of times, too, one side is a little better than the other. Let's talk about those shoulder blades. So this time now, my left elbow is up. So that left shoulder blade is reaching around and lifting. And the right shoulder blade is lowering and coming back around to kiss the spine. Good, and just stay here for a few more rounds of breath. Good, really nice. Let's just come back one more time to center ourselves. Feel free to close your eyes or take your gaze down. And I just want you to breathe. Right? Feel the sensation of the breath as it rises and falls with each breath in and with each breath out. And just breathe in and exhale out. Again, big breath in and exhale it out. Last time, big breath in and exhale it out. Awesome. Hope this was good for you. Thanks so much for joining. Namaste and happy lifting.